Before my first cruise on Sky Princess, I thought I had a pretty good idea of what to expect. I had already cruised with Princess, I had my ocean ready, all sorted, and I had done a 14-night Mediterranean itinerary on other cruise lines. But once I was actually on board, there were quite a few things I found myself thinking, I wish I had known that before I got on. So in this video, I am going to walk you through the things I genuinely wish I had known before my Sky Princess cruise. This will help you feel prepared rather than overwhelmed. Let's start with something that feels quite small, but makes a massive difference to how relaxed you feel on those first couple of days, which is simply finding your way around the ship. The heart of Sky Princess is the piazza on decks 5, 6, and 7. Think of this as your anchor point. If you ever feel a bit lost, aim for the piazza and reorientate yourself from there. A lot of the places you will use every day, like the International Cafe, guest services, shops and bars, all sit off that central space. Decks 5 to 7 are your busy decks, with most of the bars, restaurants, and entertainment. The lifts and stairwells all look quite similar, so one thing I wish I had done earlier was to pay attention to the little maps by each lift and to the Medallion touchscreens. They will actually give you step-by-step directions, but you still need that first wander just to get your bearings. The one place that really confuses people on Sky Princess is the Cielo main dining room. You can't reach it from the midship lifts. The easiest route is from the aft lifts on deck 6. Or go up to deck 7, walk right back towards the Vista Lounge, then head down the stairs or use the lift. There are signs, but that part of deck 7 is always busy with Princess Live and the Crown Grill bar, so give yourself a couple of extra minutes at peak dining times. A little tip if you like hearing the captain's announcements. On Princess, they often do not come through clearly in the cabins, but if you turn your television to the Bridgecam channel, you will hear the commentary properly. Cabins on Sky Princess are laid out a little differently to some other cruise lines. I stayed in an accessible cabin on this cruise, and it was one of the most practical and spacious cabins I've had at sea. These are designed specifically for guests who need extra room to move around safely. For example, if you use a wheelchair or mobility scooter, so they aren't something anyone can simply book for the extra space. Standard balcony cabins are comfortable, but I had a balcony on Regal Princess and hardly used it, so on Sky Princess, I'd happily book an inside cabin again. And for first-timers, I always recommend choosing something midship on a lower deck. The Bay of Biscay was quite rough on my cruise, and being midship made a huge difference. Quite a few people struggled with the motion further forward or aft. Once your cabin is sorted, most people immediately start thinking about food, what's included, and how everything works. The included dining on Sky Princess is genuinely excellent. You've got the 3 main dining rooms, the World Fresh Marketplace buffet, the International Cafe, and the poolside options like slice and salty dog, so you can eat incredibly well without paying extra. One thing many first-timers don't realize is that on embarkation day, you don't need to queue at the buffet with the whole ship. Estrella on deck 6 serves a calm sit-down lunch with a special menu, and the orange soufflé is genuinely worth trying. It's a lovely way to start your cruise. After that, the main dining rooms work in 3 different ways. Saily on deck 5 is fixed-time dining, 2 sittings each night, early and late, with the same table and waitstaff. Estrella on deck 6 is anytime dining. Walk in when you're ready, and you'll be seated as soon as a table is free. It's flexible, and Estrella also serves breakfast and lunch every day. Cielo on deck 6 aft is bookable in the Medallion app. You choose your preferred time in the app and turn up at that time. You can request the same table each night, but it's not always guaranteed. The next thing that confuses a lot of people is drinks. On the standard Princess fare, you get basic tea and coffee in the buffet, water, and things like lemonade and juices from the dispensers. Anything from the bars, specialty coffees, soft drinks, and alcohol is extra, unless you have Princess Plus or Princess Premier. If you don't have a drinks package, an 18% gratuity is added to every drink, and it does add up. You'll also see a daily crew appreciation charge on your account, which most people leave on, but you can adjust it at guest services if you need to. And if you want a full breakdown of what you actually get with Princess Plus and Princess Premier, Watch my Princess Plus video after this one. The next thing most people worry about is the pools and whether there are enough sunbeds on a sea day. Sky Princess has several options. You've got the 2 main pools by the big screen, the Wakeview pool at the aft, and the retreat pool. Something many first-timers don't realize is that the retreat pool is completely free. It's not part of the sanctuary, and it's a great quiet spot if you want adults only, without paying extra. The Wakeview pool and bar quickly became one of my favorite places. It's calmer than the main pools, the Wakeviews are gorgeous, and it's perfect for sailaways. If the main pool area is packed, walk back there and check the decks above too. There's also a hidden little space on deck 7, right at the aft. Hardly anyone finds it, because the promenade doesn't wrap around. You get comfy lounges, fresh air, and one of the quietest places on the ship, ideal for reading or watching sail away. On sea days, you still need to be out reasonably early for a prime poolside bed. But if you're not picky, mid-morning is fine. And on port days, coming back early afternoon often means you'll have huge areas almost to yourself, while everyone else is ashore. Next up is the Medallion, because it looks techie on paper, but it's actually very simple. It's just your cruise card in a different shape. You wear it on a lanyard, wristband or clip, and it unlocks your cabin door automatically as you approach. You tap it to pay for drinks and shopping, and to leave and reboard the ship in port. Once you're on board and connected to the ship's Wi-Fi, the Medallion app lets you check the daily program, book dining, order food and drinks to your location, and navigate around the ship. The really handy part is the locate feature. If you're traveling with family or friends, you can see roughly where they are on the ship. You also don't need to rely on your phone. The big touchscreens around the ship and your cabin TV give you the same information and booking options. And if the app plays up, just head to the Medallion Class help desk on deck 7, where the team can sort issues quickly. Packing for Sky Princess is quite straightforward, but there are a few things that make life a lot easier. Put your swimwear, medication, and chargers in your hand luggage so you can start using the pools straight away. Cabins have European and US sockets, and a small cruise-safe power cube is useful if you've got several gadgets. Layers are really important. The theatre and some bars can feel cool in the evening, and some Mediterranean ports involve a lot of walking on cobbles, so comfortable shoes are essential. Something many people don't realize is that Sky Princess has self-service laundrettes on most decks. Washers and dryers are $3 per cycle, paid via your Medallion. They're brilliant if you like to pack light or refresh clothes on a longer itinerary. And then there's formal night. On Princess, formal nights are recommended, not enforced, which very different to P&O. Most people on a Southampton sailing will dress up, but smart casual is perfectly acceptable in the main dining rooms. If you enjoy getting dressed up, you'll fit right in. But if you don't want to pack evening wear, you absolutely won't feel out of place. Embarkation day on Princess works a little differently. Princess don't give you a strict arrival time, so boarding usually opens around 10:30 in the morning, and you can get on quite early if you want to. Your cabin won't be ready until 1 o'clock, but getting on board early is lovely. You can explore the ship while it's quiet, have a relaxed sit-down lunch in Estrella, and even start the holiday with a cocktail before 11. Disembarkation is just as simple, once you know how it works. Near the end of your cruise, you'll get a letter asking what time you want to leave the ship. You can carry your own luggage off early with self-disembarkation, or leave your cases outside your cabin the night before, and Princess will give you a time slot, with your luggage waiting in the terminal. If you're traveling with friends or family in different cabins and you've been given different times, just go to guest services before putting your bags out. They'll give you new luggage tags, so your whole group can disembark together. Once you know the system, both embarkation and disembarkation days are surprisingly easy. So now you know exactly what I wish I had known before sailing on Sky Princess. But it is one thing hearing the tips, and another actually seeing how the ship is laid out. So the next video you need to watch is my full Sky Princess ship tour. I will show you every deck, every venue, and all the little spots you will want to find. It is on screen now.